3 years ago this week, Core Missions was started. I remember my wife and I moved to north of Atlanta to start the ministry. We had no idea what all God would allow us to do. When we started the ministry, the number one goal was to obviously support national pastors, but we wanted to work with missionaries in every single country. Working with American missionaries was how we started, but then it quickly turned to working with foreign missionaries. Our missionary in Venezuela that we work with is a Peruvian man. The missionary in Haiti that we work with is a Filipino. Next week, we're going to be going to our 17th country, and that is of Cuba. The man that we're working with in Cuba is a Cuban pastor. We've seen a very interesting trend the last several countries we've been to and the countries we're going to in the future. We are now working with what we call national missionaries. And what that is, these are men who are trained and who are now starting churches in their own countries. Not only has God allowed us to work with national pastors, but now we're working with national missionaries around the world. See, this happens because of the work of foreign missionaries. It's very exciting to see God multiplying these churches all around the world. I'd ask that you pray with us as our team of 6 goes to Cuba next week. We have men from Georgia, men from North Carolina, Indiana, and Wisconsin meeting together to help pastors in Cuba. Cuba is still a very closed country and difficult country for Americans to get in and to serve. We have to work through the national pastors. Would you pray with us as we go and meet men on the west side of the island to help them to get to more remote villages? We'll arrive on Monday evening. On Tuesday, we're meeting with a group of pastors. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we're driving throughout the island to meet these churches and their ministries. Pray with us that God brings us in contact with the right men, that we can enable them to reach more people.